I can't find it. There we go. Hello, everyone. That was embarrassing. I was like, I had my mouse on that stupid next clip, and then I went to go do something, and now, well,
it was my fault. I sent her the link to the skinny syrup, skinny margarita mix stuff. And they don't just have margaritas, they have mojito mix and pina colada. I'm just throwing it out there.
ooh, that sounds so good. I'm also working on a Tugs emote. Tug scared.
Where's a face for you?
Tug scared emote. Oh my god.
Seriously, no, somebody screenshot this. This is going to be an emote for when things are cringe. Ready?
And I'm just gonna upload it because Tug sent it and I was like, I want a Tugs emote in the chat. Okay, I want it and I'm gonna get it and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So anyways, hi everyone, I'm XR Girl. This is Tugs. Welcome back, Tugs. We have missed you.
I am alive. Last week I was not having it. I was not having it. We were out for 24 hours straight. It was, I think, ended up with all of our stops and stuff. It ended up being like 18 hours, maybe a little over. And it was not happening.
honestly, I am like probably sleep-wise where you are right now. And
cheers.
I feel like
to Duke for driving the whole way, by the way.
I feel like it's suffering. This is suffering, guys. This is our version of suffering today. All right, I have put the emote in, so I will show you guys. There you go. We got a scared Tugs.
Yay! I know I can't do them, so you guys are gonna have to do them for me. I love this emote. It's so funny.
Yeah. Hello everyone. We have Red Ranger here, Front Porch, Frog Finance, Holocron, Hokies, Cajun Corey, Nomi. Hello, Nomi. Who else? Andrew Matthews. Nathaniel White. Ooh, are you new here? I don't remember seeing you before. If you are, welcome.
Hello.
Tara.
Hi,
we had a chat actually today about your stoof.
Yes, we did. We had a chat. April is going to be, we've got lots of booze to drink.
Yeah. And also, I updated the membership emotes. It's needed a facelift since its inception. So you guys have some new emotes besides you if you are a member. So thank you. If you
finally. Sorry about that.
Finally. That's my fault, guys. That's my fault.
It is what it is.
It happens. It happens. But in any case, I feel like this week has been, in terms of the relationship front, I always love the whatever podcast clips. Do I like the whatever podcast?
I don't know. I feel the same way. Like, I like their clips. I don't know if I could watch a whole live stream just because the way he does his super chats drives me bonkers.
Me too.
Oh my Lord.
Me too. Like,
awful.
I actually like the conversations they have on that more than Pearl.
Yeah,
personally.
I don't know what it is.
But because of the way he runs the super chats, it just absolutely ruins it. I've watched the one with Ali and Amala because I love those two, and they make so much sense. And Ali had been there twice too. So having to go through, how many hours is that in total? 12 hours of video. And then they're going through a great conversation. All of a sudden, bing, and I'm like,
it's so, and I know he has it set to like a certain amount, which is thank God. But this one with Ali, he flat out asks, instead of asking his guests, like, and I don't know, maybe this is where I'm a bad streamer. What do I know? But he asked his chat, like, should I up it? Like, I don't know what it was set at. Let's just throw out $100. I think it was. It might have been higher, but it doesn't matter. But they were going off, and And he asked the chat, like, put a 1 if you want me to up it, put a 2 if you don't. And the panel, the girls were like, what about asking us? Like, we think you should raise it. This is getting annoying. Like, even the panel was frustrated. And then he somehow, I don't know how, but he somehow was like, oh, there's a bunch of 2s in the chat. I guess I'm not going to up it. And everybody on the panel was like, no, what are you, Brian? Like, the whole chat is full of 1s. What are you looking at? So I don't know. Sometimes he drives me bonkers sometimes. I'm like, are you misogynistic? Like, what is wrong with you? Are you
and then like, well, I'm sure they censor the gamer words, but sometimes the super chats are almost too mean to the girls.
Oh my God.
Like, I mean, I get it. Some of them probably deserve it, but at the same time, you don't have to be mean because then you end up going into the side of bullying.
Some of them are so mean, but also you're like, well, I mean, they're not wrong.
They're not wrong, but we've said this, like, one of the reasons we love watching Pearl is the way she frames it is very different and very easily digested versus Fresh and Fit, even though they're the same, right?
Yeah. Well, and I wonder too, like how much of that is, and the guys I'm sure in the chat will tell us, but I wonder how much of that is like just the way men are just like, listen, you're ugly and dumb and everybody hates you. You know what I mean? Whereas us girls tend to sugarcoat stuff. I wonder if that's because a lot of most of the super chats, I would say like 99.9 of them are from men. And so they're just like, listen, dummy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not calling the whole thing about calling a 304 a 304. That part is fine, but some of them are like, I'm sure there's an example, that guy from Burger King or whatever it is, Arby's chain.
Yeah.
He always brings them up and I'm like, he sounds so annoying to me.
Have you seen the ones where Michael Knowles was on them? He was on it
Probably
recently.
have seen it, but is he savage?
Good. I mean, yeah, but he's very respectful about it. Like, he
is that I might have a couple clips of him. If he comes up, just tell me, because I probably just haven't seen him in the podcast, so I know who he is.
It took me a second to recognize who he was. I was like, oh, it is Michael Knowles.
Yeah, maybe he should be a second co-host. I think he needs a co-host. I actually think his co-host should be female. If we can get someone who's like super base, that would create such a good dynamic, in my opinion. But I mean, who knows? Hello. Yeah, they're fake and phony. Ooh. Well, I watched Fresh and Fit. Hello. I watched Fresh and Fit and I find myself getting my blood boiling. But then again, it's just because it's the way they say it.
Myron is such a jerk. I kind of want to read his book though.
Yeah, just to see, maybe.
Maybe want to find a free version. I don't know if I want to give him money, which probably sounds bad. But
can we borrow it from the library? Is it at the library?
Yeah, do you think it'll be in the library? Probably
not. We have Eric K gifting 5 Poor Choices memberships. Thank you, Eric K.
Thank you, Eric K.
Thank you. And now 5 people have access to some new emojis.
Yay!
Yeah. All right, so let's pull up some of these clips.
Listen, we sugarcoat things to each other, not to y'all.
I mean, I think it's not sugarcoating per se. It's just putting it in terms that are understandable and not outright rude.
Yeah, harsh.
Yeah. It's the same thing with kids, guys. There's ways to teach a kid. The way you react will ingrain in them a behavior or a certain behavior, one you might not want or one you want. So it's the same thing with humans. We're all the same in that aspect. Okay, so I have queued a couple clips here. Let's I also think this doll is just so funny.
I don't get does anybody, I'm assuming it's a sex doll. Can I say that word? I don't know, but I'm assuming that's what it is. But I don't know, like, I feel like, what is her background? I have questions. She always been there? Is that his doll? Like, where did she come from?
I feel like it was a gift.
I think so, but I also love when they cut, like, the girls are saying something extremely stupid, they will cut to her almost as if, like, to say the doll is smarter than this girl is. Like, I don't know if you've noticed that, but I've.
Oh my God, it is.
Oh,
okay. It's a bang maid minus the maid. Oh snap!
Oh my
Okay.
God, King the Rooster, no.
What?
Eyebrow. Are you ready?
Oh my God.
Inappropriate, but
guys, don't do that. Please don't. Please don't. No.
That's not. It's not sanitary, guys. Eyebrow.
Ew. Eyebrow. All right, let's see what this is about. Ooh.
Eric, I want some of this brisket.
Me too.
I don't know what you're talking about, but if I don't get any, you and I are scrapping. Anyway, I'm sorry.
With a man.
Wait, is this as loud as it can be?
It's very quiet.
It is very quiet.
Like he needs to go down on me before
he needs
to. He needs to like fully like worship me as a goddess. If he was like, I'm not into that, then that would be a total red flag. Because I'm like, if you're not into worshiping,
red flag if he won't go down on you.
If he's like, I'm not into going down on you. On that note too, it's like if a girl said, I don't want to go down on a man, I don't think that's a red flag, because and the reason for that
double standard,
is because,
hello?
yes. And if I think of how many men in high school that I just went down on and they never, if I'm with a man, like he needs.
Okay. So let's break down the first part. If a guy doesn't go down on a girl, red flag. I mean, fair enough. That could be your red flag. If you love it, sure enough.
Sure.
If a guy doesn't go down on you, that's a red flag.
No. What? I think it should be either way. Like, if you think it's a red flag for you, then it should be a red flag. I mean, I think it's a red flag that you don't do it to him.
Yeah. Which I think that's the crazy part about some feminist stuff, feministic ideals. This whole idea of equality is not real. It absolutely is not real. Now, the reason I say that I really wanted to share this clip was that last bit. I
think about all the guys I went down on in high school. Hold on. What? I'm out on the field. First of all, pro tip, ladies, just from friends' experience, do not leave those high school boys alone. Okay, they're going through some stuff. There's hormones. They don't shower. There's deodorant. Like, just wait.
they literally just want to get that part of their body wet in any way possible. Okay, it doesn't matter what part is being used. They just want to.
As a cheerleader and dance girl on the dance team, I've heard stories. Leave the high school kid. Listen, for those of you who have daughters, just tell them. I mean, tell them not to do it anyway, but they're gonna do it. Like, wait until after high school.
Yeah. God, I just thought that part was so funny, because she is literally so salty that she did that. That she has made it a red flag for a guy to not do that to her.
Would go down. Probably, listen, she probably did it in the back of the bleachers or the bathroom, right? Kind of thing, which was quick and easy. And men are very easy for the most part. Okay, it's like a quick one and done. Women are not that simple, and you can't just go in the back of the bleachers and be like, okay, we're good to go. So,
there's the pre-play, the foreplay, and the mid-play.
And also, fun fact, gentlemen, women have to concentrate on it.
Well, true.
Focus. Like, we actually literally have to focus, because our brains can go a mile a minute. We have to
You need to think of it like a story, introduction, middle, and then the end. It's very important that you go through the story.
Yeah, exactly, Daniel. It's labor intensive. I don't know why we're wired that way. I have no clue. I don't know what that's a question for the Lord when we all see him later. Okay, whether we're going upstairs or downstairs. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Why
are we so complicated?
Right.
There's so many things that confuse men about women, including this. Please explain.
As a girl, I'm confused by it, to be honest. I'm just
we have you know what I think it is? Just scientifically, men's area of sensitivity is larger than a woman's area of sensitivity. You got your spots. You got your spots.
Yeah.
But with men, there's the whole, you got a whole spot. Whole.
I also think too, and we don't really talk about this enough, their area is way more sensitive than we are. Like, our lady bits literally can take a pounding. We push babies that are between 8 and 10 pounds out. You know what I mean? You have 100+ pound man coming at you in order to make that baby. Like, I feel like we just are just, our body bits are just desensitized, and it just takes
because it's concentrated on certain spots.
Yeah,
not
it's
the whole
little,
spot. Is
yeah, it's that's my theory. My theory is that our bits are tougher in theory because they go through a lot. There's just everywhere between the menstrual cycles and everything. Like, they just it becomes desensitized, and so therefore it takes longer. That's my theory. I'm sticking to it.
Frank says his story, beginning, middle, end, will be a toes to top a head that large enough for you. Or are you talking about a man's part? I don't know. Oh my God. So this went very far off the deep end on the biology.
For a whole 16 minutes.
Men are wired to be ready to go whenever, as we are not in control of when we have sex. So we need to take advantage of when the opportunity presents itself. Peace.
Okay. That makes sense, actually. That
ready? Yeah. Go.
I buy that. Also, they have to be able to populate the world, so clickety clickety. You know, we gotta hurry up here.
On to the next. On to the next. Bam, bam, bam.
Exactly. We're science. It's fine. Science.
Oh, I'm gonna have one glass of wine. Actually, thinking about this now.
Ooh, I have a skinny margarita. I've fallen down a rabbit hole with this skinny margarita mix, and I think I'm gonna order one of everything on this website.
Yeah, I only had one meal today and no carbs, so I can have some carbs from wine.
I also found a carnivore lady on TikTok. Cheers!
Cheers!
So, I'm gonna go back.
It's wine time. I'm gonna put that emote in the chat because we don't use it enough.
It's like the tiniest wine glass too, or wine pour.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Listen,
that's a
remember back in the day, ma'am, you would fill that thing up. Okay, I don't want to hear it from you.
A whole bottle in there. I'm not the same woman I used to be. Okay.
I miss her.
Wow. Okay, Tara. I mean, I feel bad putting this on there. 4,000 nerves in the head, 10,000 in the girl head.
Okay, so I've learned now that if you're going to get on one of my nerves, you're going to have to get on one of those nerves. And also, height. So it really is, y'all just can't find it.
Okay, I will defend men in some way. I will defend them in a way. So some women do not know their own bodies or are not able to embrace the feelings that occur.
That's valid. That's valid.
Right? So there are a subset of women who do not know what that is, and they fight it, so to speak. So I don't want to talk too much about my own life, but take what you will. Take what you will. So yeah. Oh wait, I didn't have my wine yet. Cheers.
Take notes. It's like a treasure hunt.
It is. It really is, Cajun. Like, and every woman is different too. So it's like Dead by Daylight when you're on that generator and you have to hit it at the right moment, at the right time, and it's true though.
You're not wrong. No, you're not. No, okay, listen. There is a video on Instagram. I've seen it, and when I see it again, I'll post it on my stories for you guys to see. It's a girl. And she's like, let me see if I can describe this in a way the guys will understand. Playing a video game, you're not going to do this. Right? But that does nothing. But if you do this.
Okay, tugs.
And I was like, that's actually pretty genius. She's not wrong.
We should make a short like that just for fun. Unlocking the female anatomy.
Now, when I realized that any normal person playing like Tekken at an arcade game literally is like pushing buttons like crazy. But
it's not button mashing. There's a way to use a certain combo. You have to press it a certain order.
Down, left, right, XX.
See? Are you guys understanding female anatomy more now?
Listen, Listen,
Maybe not.
I was mimicking the Instagram post. That's literally what she did. It's like on the floor, and she's like filming her hand, and it's. Am I wrong now? No, I am not wrong.
Someone is going to clip that.
There's none of ladies in the chat right now. I'm not wrong. You want to, if you do this, your character is going to run off the map and die. But if you do this, he's going to walk slowly.
Yeah. A certain order. Have you not played those fighting games, Tekken, Mortal Kombat? Yeah, it's like this. You got left, right, up, X, Y, Z, whatever. It's insane how specific you have to be in order to get what you want. It's the same thing with a woman. Okay. Oh my God. Have yet to meet a woman who came with a controller. I have like 4 of them. I come with controllers. I'll show you mine. I love this controller.
It's downstairs. Is that pink and purple?
Yeah, pink and purple. Mark got it for me for my birthday eons ago. So it says extra girl on it.
Oh, that's so cute. What?
Yeah, I love this controller. The only thing I don't love is these whatever directional pads get dirty over time. So I have to figure out a way to clean it.
I have to, you know what I use on mine is just like an alcohol pad.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Paul, for verifying.
And also Ken brings up a good point too.
Where?
Oh wait, where is it? I lost it. There you go. If you don't have the time, then don't start, guys.
That's true. Yeah. Very true. It's very true.
Oh gosh. Okay, so that was our first clip. I did not think you were gonna pull out your controller and do that.
It was a video. Next time I see it, because it pops up on my feed a lot. Next time I see it, I don't know why, but I will put it right back up there for you.
Oh my God. Bradley Scott says dudes are like puppies. We get all excited when you play with us. Women are more like cats. They'll actually push up into it when you pet them correctly. Not wrong. Not wrong. Not wrong. Thanks, Bradley, for that.
Really, Corey? No.
It's like Tugs in The Witcher. It'll take as long as it needs to.
It's been 84 years.
I'm loving all these.
Double
Okay.
entendre.
So turn off if a guy asks for permission. I thought this was very interesting with the hashtag Me Too movement.
I don't know if I've seen this one, but go ahead.
Turn off if a guy asks you for permission before going for the kiss.
Yes.
Into the microphone, please.
Yes.
Yes. Honestly, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Hashtag
Why?
Me too.
I just
Why?
want to be like grabbed, to be honest.
Is it a turn off if a guy?
Okay. Tugs, I'm gonna ask you this: is it a turnoff if a guy asks for permission
to kiss?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh my God, can I kiss you? No.
Especially like a first kiss. I am like them where I would want to, some lead up. There's something very masculine, dare I say it, for a man to do that.
Yeah.
And it feels very
think
feminine.
of all the old movies.
Mhm.
Like in The Notebook. The Notebook. Let's think of The Notebook.
Yeah.
That's the most recent one I could think of. Yes, grab that. Okay, and think of The Notebook in the rain, where they're fighting in the rain, and he like reaches and takes her in the rain, and like grabs her neck and kisses her. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
See, but this is the thing. Because of the Me Too movement, I don't think men feel safe, especially on TV, because it is recorded, guys, that they feel safe. And this is now the gentlemanly thing to do because they don't want to get Me Too'd.
I guess that makes sense. He was pretty, wasn't that the guy that was like pretty Christian and conservative?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe, okay. I can see that actually.
Yeah.
But interesting.
Yeah. And this is true. Every guy must risk prison for a first kiss.
Yeah. That's why I kissed mine first. He was sleeping.
Yeah. I find it funny that a lot of these feminists want this whole like have their cake and eat it too. They want to be both feminine and a feminist, and it's a buffet. I'm gonna pick and choose what I want, and it's not fair because if you want to be a feminist, that's the type of man you're gonna end up dating, someone who asks to kiss you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you can't have it both ways. You want a masculine man, then, you know, be more, quote, feminine than maybe you're putting out there.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I don't think it will happen. And I mean, I'm not 100% feminine. There are some feminist traits, I guess you can call it, that I have, but it also depends on who you're with and how the family has blended. And also it depends on your needs. You know, we've said before, I would love to be a stay-at-home mom. Will that happen? I don't know. I'm probably going to work for, you know, a good chunk of my life. Maybe I won't work as much if I do this. And Mark can, if we go to a nice quiet little town, because guess what? I still want to live within our means.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
If you want to live in a big city and have the nicest cars and do hair extensions and I don't know.
Oh yeah.
What else is expensive?
That's what's going to be so great, at least in theory, that what we've talked about is like outside of the city, couple of acres, you know, nothing crazy, but I can have like a cow. You know what I mean? And so I get my milk, and then I want chickens so we can do our own eggs. And then like his sister knows how to can stuff, you know, and so that will make food last even longer. And it's just like I'm just
Yeah. Yeah.
live with me on my farm again.
Nomi asks a good question. Would you consider the first kiss as marking their territory? As a modern woman, no. I don't think they consider a first kiss being committed. Me, I date one person at a time. So regardless of if it's a first kiss with anyone, until I have ended whatever with another person, I won't be kissing anyone else. Because I mean, it's very confusing, and you're giving yourself to too many different people, and you know how hard it is to remember who you've talked to about what?
Oh,
I do it every day with my friends. I do it every day with my friends. So I cannot imagine if I go out on a date and I'd be like, was this the guy that we talked about your sister and then they don't have a sister?
Yeah. And you kind of have to be like, wait. Did we talk? Did I tell you this? And they're like, no. And you're like, oh, shoot. And then you feel bad.
And then they know. They're like, dating other people.
Yeah.
I would think that.
Yeah.
Right. But things are crazy. Oh, getting your nails done is expensive. Yes, it is.
It can be, like, depending on where you're going. Yeah. I mean, mine is okay. Mine's cheaper, I think, than a lot of what other women pay. But
yeah. I also think this is true, Ken. People these days think living within your means is either old-fashioned or patriarchal. It's called you make this set of money, so you live with that set of money.
Yeah.
It's called math, okay? Math is apparently racist, so
oh god, math is stupid. Math is just dumb. I can't.
Math is a universal language, okay?
Language of confusion.
Everywhere. It's the same, doesn't matter. Mean Girls taught me that, okay?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She came from Africa, and that was her best subject.
Yeah, that's what homeschooling, staying at home with the kids. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
You know.
Ooh, Lady Marine, hello. I'm
Hi,
terrified of the whole getting into the dating game. Again, it's way too complicated nowadays. It's only as complicated as you're going to make it. Set yourself your standards, your high standards, whatever those standards may be, and stick with it. Don't bend just because you feel the pressure to date someone. I'd rather date a good person than be with someone who, you know, doesn't enhance your life. So it is harder. I cannot imagine dating now with the post-COVID. I did date pre-COVID, of course. And even then it was complicated.
I'm recently on this whole thing, and I hate I hated every life up until 6 months ago today.
Oh, happy 6 months. Cheers.
Cheers. Exactly, smell. And here's the thing too. So my dad used to do this when we used to eat steaks all the time. So my dad, Costco membership, right? So you get the thing of steaks and it's like 8 steaks in a thing. Okay. There's no way we're going to eat all those 8 steaks, like by the time they expire, because it's meat and it's, whatever. So he would season them, right? Season them up. And before he had the food air sucker outer thing, he would put them in a Ziploc bag and squish all the air out and throw them in the freezer. So they were already seasoned. They were already ready to go. You would just bring them out in the fridge and thaw them. And like that, yeah, you're spending at Costco for 8 steaks. Well, nowadays it's super pricey, but let's say it's like $50 for, 8 steaks or whatever. And you're like, that's a lot of steaks. Well, you put them in the freezer and then they last forever. Like it can be done. It can be done. People don't want to, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. So I kind of live in the country, and I was talking to one of my coworkers, and they were saying that you can buy a whole cow, and in Canada you have to have a butcher cut the cow into the pieces. And I want to do that. I just don't think we have enough freezer room to do that. Cows are
huge. I can see that. And that's the thing too, is like you would have to make sure that you have the space. Yeah. And that's my freezer is like it's not small. I mean, it's an average freezer, but it's small for that. So, yeah. What the heck is the name? The compressor. It's a thing. You
air's vacuum. A vacuum?
Yeah, like that. You run
vacuum sealer?
Vacuum sealer. That's what I was going for.
Yeah. Paul, okay, so we saw the article that came out this past week where employers tend to not maybe hire people with pronouns.
Really?
Apparently. You'd have to check the article out. I didn't read it. I just saw the headline. Anyways.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
I would feel the same about you, Paul. What is sad is the amount of women my age with pronouns listed on their dating profile. Would you, if you were single, date? I don't think so.
No.
It's a political statement, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that already tells me that your ideals are very different from mine. We'll go with that. Different from mine.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No.
Yeah. And it's very interesting because I've seen the medical system actually start implementing these things. I can see the benefit of it with medicine, but I actually would like under that to be like biological sex and prefer pronouns, because then that would just be expanding it so that I can give you better customer service, patient care, if you want to call it that, because I got to know if you're a woman or a man biologically.
Right. Well, that's I don't know. I don't blame people, like, because it is, where is it? High maintenance and a lawsuit. Yeah. And somebody else said something about HR. Because it is. Because if they put that and you hire them and you tell them wrong, it's too much. It's too much. I agree. It's too much.
Gab. You're in trouble. Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. Screenshot, etc.
I mean, it doesn't bother me if you use them. I just know that you're going to be put into some box that I have to communicate with you in a certain way.
Yep. And I will not be using them. So.
Yeah. But in any case, whew, all right, we got into a little bit of a political debate. I guess with feminism, it
always happens.
It kind of makes sense. Well, feminists are political, the feminist movement.
No, that's true. That is true.
Okay, so we have another one here. I thought this was funny.
Character trait or looks related thing that will get you to ignore red flags.
Tattoos. Yeah. Like height.
I'm also a sucker for height.
Yeah. 6'2" or above.
6 foot's not cutting it anymore.
6'2" and above.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's pretty tall.
I'm 5'8". 6 foot's only like this much taller than me.
Character trait or looks.
I would love to do the delusional calendar or calculator with these girls.
Oh yeah.
Because you've done it, right? We did it together, I believe.
Yeah, we did.
And like even with my physical like stats being pretty like I would say average, like average stats, I still was like less than 10%
Yeah.
of the US population I could date.
But once we checked that married box, our numbers went up.
That's true. That's true.
You remember that? I was like, oh dang.
I wanna do that delusional calculator now.
Yeah, it's not a very high number. It's between like I think it's between like 10 and 15%. I don't know the exact number. It's not very high.
Okay. I would love to see how delusional some of these women are. Present.
He did it with them on their on one of his shows.
Okay, so let's be a little less choosy on age. So maybe 35 for the young 20s, or is that still too high?
For those girls or for us?
For those girls.
I think they said 35 was their highest.
Okay, so any color, we'll go with that. 6'2". Exclude obese, because obviously, and 100K.
Oh, go higher.
150?
I think the minimum I saw was average 150. Yeah.
Okay, 150. 6'2", exclude obese, any shade.
Age, I would say go higher, go to like 25.
25 to 35?
There you go. Yeah. And exclude married. Click the married box.
Where is that? Oh, here.
Right there.
All right,
because
let's see.
Like, yeah, we don't want anybody married. We don't want anybody married. Okay,
how delusional these women are. Sorry, 0.043%.
Now, okay, let's drop it down to 100K income.
Oh my God. 5 out of 5, you don't belong on this planet. Okay, so what was the thing you want to drop? 100K?
Yeah, do 100. Let's go to 100.
Okay.
Let's see what it says.
0.14. Not even 1%, guys. Not even higher. In what category?
It went higher. Like the percentage went higher.
Tiny bit. I think. Okay, if we're thinking income average, I'd say 80K, maybe 70K.
I think the average in US dollars is, God, what is it? 50? I think the average is 50.
50. Let's try 50 because I think, like, realistically, and this is my traditional woman cap going on. You can live off of 50K in a small town.
Yeah. Definitely.
Wow, not that much higher. This is the yo. You can be as tall as you want. You have very little men that are 6'2".
No, wait. Just take the married box off and see what happens.
Oh, for 180.
Keep it at 50. No, keep it at 50K, and then just unclick the married box and see what happens.
1.2. Barely. Still barely, because your standards of height are too tall.
Okay, let's change the height to average, which is what, 5'9"?
5. I find 5'8".
5'8".
Maybe. And I'm gonna take the married off.
Yeah, let's see.
There you go. If you just date within the average and higher, guess what? The world is your oyster.
Yep. You're only 3 bags of cat food instead of 4.
Only 3. Well, we still have 6'2". What, right? Oh no,
Same here,
the age.
Same here.
The age with exclusion of marriage. So if we exclude married, what is that?
Oh no, that's not excluding married. So
14.9.
When you uncheck it, that means that you want a married man or are okay with a married man. When you check it, that means you don't want a married man. Does that make sense?
All right. So
do you see how high it went though? When she unchecked it, it went to 14%.
Yeah. Let's see if we include obese people. Wow.
Oh,
there we go. 12.5, and that's not including married men.
Not including or including?
Not including.
Not including.
To include. Exclude married. Okay, so now we're gonna include the married men and obese. Wow. Your options are more open.
Mm-hmm.
Base it on individuality.
I'm gonna put in Duke's stats and see what happens.
You want me to put it, or never mind? Leave it private. We'll leave it private.
I'm just gonna guess because I actually don't know a whole lot of that, but I'll tell you what it is.
Oh my God. Oh, smile. I live on 35K a year, have a house and etc. and do just fine.
Yeah, same.
See, that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to live in 35K. I would say most modern women want to make around 50K a year at least, minimum.
I don't know what his salary is, so we're gonna split the difference.
Just guesstimate. Just
I'm gonna
guesstimate.
guesstimate it.
Yeah. Oh, no, me. I know a guy who makes 300K and he's desperate for a wife, but literally goes it and about it the wrong way. He says the way to get a wife is to trap her with a baby.
What?
What? He wants the baby trap. Oh my God. Does he go in with like broken condoms or something?
Okay. So the standards that I picked is literally what I'm dating right now. Not married, white, at least 5'8", he's 5'9", not obese. And I don't know exactly what firefighter I Googled it. Firefighters in California make roughly 60 grand. So we went with that. I don't know what his exact salary was, but we're going to go with 60. 3.1% of the population. Hey!
I guess he's a rare gem, y'all. Okay.
He's a rare gem.
Aspiring
cat lady, which is true because I have 3 cats. So that makes sense.
Let's
so
see.
Even my average guy, it's only 3%. I love it.
Let me.
Now, granted, I did say white specifically because he is white.
Did you put an age range or did you actually put his exact
the age range I put was 26 to 45 because that was the highest I would go. He's 28, so.
Let me just put what I would date.
You should put marks and see what percentage he is.
Oh my God. Okay, so I put any. Oh, that's why, because it's any marital status. I don't want to date a married man. Okay. At the time I was dating, I would say 28 to 45. I had a wide range. I'm sorry, I date white men.
I know. I like the whiteies.
I fetishize a white men. I'm 7 feet tall, so you have to be 7 feet tall at least. 60K income is it was equal to what I made ish, a little less. 4%.
That's not bad.
I'm an aspiring cat lady. I have dogs, so I guess that makes sense.
If I increased my age to 50, it jumped up to 4.4. But so my guy is in the top 3.1% of the population. Congratulations, babe. You're asleep, but it's fine.
Bean, here, this is straight dropping facts. 82 million women want to date 500,000 men. And this is why the men have the pick of the litter, the top men, we'll call it, the 500,000 men can date whoever they want because all these women, there's a scarcity for these types of men that they want to date. And that's why we get this MGTOW movement, because these 82 million women are delusional and think they're all 10s and deserve everything.
Yeah.
For just existing. Guys, make a reason for people to want to date you, and I think it will come along eventually because you worked on yourself. So, wow, insane.
We love the female delusion calculator. We love her.
Wow. Does it come with a number of legs option? No, it doesn't.
Number of legs.
Now wait until if we ever added.
Oh,
in the calculator.
Jesus. Yeah. Lord help us.
No, I'm saying if that was in the calculator, guess what? Even lower.
Yeah, no thanks. No, thank you.
Oh my gosh. So there we go. Women are delusional.
That stat, Janan or Janan? I'm so sorry.
I call him Yanin. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
The stat is why that article came out a few months back where 18 to 30 men were saying 60% we're saying 60% single and women 18 to 30 were only 30% single. Oh, interesting.
That is interesting.
I
do like reading articles. Hi, Mila.
Well, don't do that. I mean, do that, until you're comfortable and confident again, but then get on out there, girl. Come on.
Yeah. And we've talked about this. If you want to date someone who is, similar in a lot of things, maybe dating within the fellowship might be an option. Find someone like-minded.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
I think about if I were single and I liked, you know, the political aspect, the gaming aspect. I'm sure there's someone there. I mean, the women would have the pick of the litter here. You know, I think we can all say that the majority of all the audiences are male.
Listen, in this community, it will be hard.
Oh my goodness. So, yeah. The Smoking Patriot for $4.99 says high value men in the States is purely financial. High value men abroad is more about character. Heard that from a woman I know abroad.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, because all women, okay, generalized statements. A lot of women that I've met put their stake in men's pockets. See?
Good luck.
Yeah. Also, good luck.
Good luck on that one. I'm rooting for all of you.
Just don't do what one man has done to Melanie Mac. Just saying.
Oh my God, we have 103 people watching.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, welcome in. Hello.
Yes.
I don't know how we got here, but I'm so happy we're here.
J.H. Schwalbach on the Streamlabs side for $34.54. What happens if you add alcohol to the survey?
Who's survey?
Like for picking, like the delusional calculator?
Oh, the delusional calculator? Listen, we got to be able to have a couple of drinks. I'm not saying you got to go out and we got to party every weekend, but it's just so fun. Just a couple weeks ago, we got entirely too drunk. It was great. And he doesn't get drunk, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. I think if we're thinking just about alcohol in general, it'll create more one-night stands than relationships.
That's true. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So maybe like a minimalistic sort of scenario, you know?
Yeah. I think this delusional calculator is more about the relationship aspect. I think.
No, you don't want to smash the controller. Okay. I went through this whole.
Can we Andrew Matthews, can we gently smash it? And then maybe at the end we can do a hard one. But you know, all that. Tricky has gifted 10 Poor Choices memberships. Thank you, Tricky. That is 15 new members today.
You guys have so many new emojis.
I love it. And we're gonna add more. I'm just taking my time, okay? I added a bunch for Nerdrotic, myself, and Poor Choices.
Shout out to the short kid. No, listen, first of all, there is no man out there that is not dwarf status that is 4 or 5. Okay. And the dwarves are probably with the dwarves, to be honest. Except for what's his bucket from Game of Thrones.
90 Day Fiance? Oh.
Yeah. A lot of those little guys and gals stay together, which is understandable.
I think it's easier because you can relate.
Yeah. What's his bucket from Game of Thrones is the exception. He's got a normal sized wife and they have normal sized children. Figure that one out. Well, they've got like 3 kids.
Think about it. Wow. He is, in American standards, a high value man. Fame, rich, notoriety. I just did the male reality calculator. Apparently, my standards just meet over 12% of the USA for women. That's not technically
That's pretty high, actually. Well, somebody earlier said it was. Wait, where are you? Was it 8%? Where are you? Where'd you go? Where did you go? Melanie is a unicorn.
Oh my God. Before you do that, Dr. Rachel, thank you for the quote. I did say that. Whoopsies.
Oh, that's getting clipped for sure. There it is. I checked out the male calculator. My perfect woman is in the 8.77%, and that includes mothers. Jeez.
Bradley Scott, what are you looking for in a woman physically?
First of all, take the money off because we hold the highest consumer debt. So just you take the money off right now. Just $0. Just put it at 0. You're welcome.
Yanan said 4'11" to 6'7", any race, only excluded married and kids.
And you got 12%.
I think 12% is actually good because if you think about it, the married women are like, what, 30 to 40% of the population?
Which ones?
The one, like if he thinks about the population of USA, 30 to 40% are probably married. And then you have to think about women within that age range that you want as well. So it does, 12% is way larger than the 2% that women want.
Yeah, that's a pretty big number. Good for you. Get out there. Get out there, King. Good luck.
And yes, we were talking about Peter earlier.
Peter Dinklage. Thank you. I could not remember his name. What's his bucket?
You went simple? What is simple? Bradley, I'm very curious about this.
Bradley has a fish in his profile picture.
You know what's funny? I used to think that was a red flag.
Red flag.
I'm like, I don't want to date a country white boy. Was a city girl at the time.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, that's so cool. You can get food for us for our table. That's great.
Because like all these modern girls, they hate that with the fish in their profile picture. And now I do think there are some guys out there that have like too many. Like have one, maybe two big fish, like cool, you get it. But when it's like 4, 5, 6, 7 pictures, like chill out.
Or like the car pictures, it's all car pictures, and you're like,
oh
ooh,
yeah,
that's a lot of big car pictures.
But then they're like, oh, that's a red flag. But then they describe men that they want. And just like that, like, well, I want a hardworking boy, like country kind of boy, like, oh, Morgan Wallen's hot or whatever. And you're like, you know those guys? That is the guy with the fish and the bird. No? Okay. It's
yeah. Or like, even if you think about who is it that has the D&D magical basement that's married to Sofia Vergara? What's his name?
Joe Manganiello.
Manganiello. I don't know how to say his last name.
Okay.
Anyways, like he's this like big, beefy, muscular dude who's like
that one's a closet nerd.
Good looking. Dang. She hit the lottery with this one.
The trifecta.
He might be the biggest nerd ever, but I posted this on Twitter. I'd rather date someone who's nerdy and will stay home most of the time than someone who goes out all the time. No,
he's the original Henry Cavill, if you think about it. Because Joe's been open about his Dungeons and Dragons stuff for forever. And I remember when he and Sophia got together, and then it came out that he was like when he was big popular in True Blood or whatever. You remember when Cosmo used to do those interviews? And like the celebrity would fill out like the questionnaire, like, oh, favorite color, favorite food, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That they did like a male version, and they had Joe, and he did it something similar. He talked about Dungeons and Dragons, and I think he and Sofia Vergara had just gotten together. They hadn't been together long, and everybody was just like, how? Mm-hmm. I mean, physically, yeah, we get it, but he's a big dork, and he like dresses up in costume, like he's into it. He's a World of Warcraft guy. And so if you think about it, like he's the original. So then later Henry Cavill came out and he's like, oh, I paint these tiny little Warhammers. I know about the Witcher and I can build my own computer. Like, so he's like the original Henry Cavill. So there is hope for Henry to find his one true love.
He's dating someone, right?
I
and
hope
she's
still together. I don't know if
good.
they are. I hope so. But yeah, Sofia Vergara, and she's come out and like, I just let him, like, he's got his own, he does his thing and whatnot. And every now and then you'll see, like, he'll post, like, oh, she joined me today and absolutely wrecked us all.
Now that is the type of wife you want, someone who is very open. Yeah. She doesn't have to love it, but is open to that. Are we the ones reacting to Tugs and X-Ray talking?
Both.
we were reading or reacting to some clips, and well, y'all know us.
Yeah. I know she's blonde. Her name is, I think it's Nicole. I know it's been a year, maybe almost 2. I'm right. Everybody thought it was a fake thing, including the Star Wars girl. She had a whole video. It was great. I don't know if they're still together. I hope they are. I hope he's happy. Good for him. But yeah.
Sofia Vergara. She's from Modern Family, the Spanish wife.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture. She's absolutely gorgeous.
Vin Diesel is a big nerd. Oh, World of Warcraft. Yeah, Henry Cavill played that too. Remember, he missed his Superman phone call because he was in the middle of a raid.
Yes. Now, we're going to circle it back to whatever podcast, because you've watched it, the Ali episode, when he was saying, I think it was the Ali episode, the whole thing about, okay, so what if your guy, the one you're interested in, is a big World of Warcraft and does all these raids and says something about like the level, and I'm just like, this dude loves World of Warcraft. For what,
Yeah.
Brian?
Yeah.
I'm like,
The girl
you don't
had
know.
no idea. They were like, "What is that?" And he had to explain it to them, like, "Oh, it's a video game. Like, it's a computer game that you play." And they were like, I don't know."
Yeah, all the girls are like, no, that's dorky. I don't like that. Like, that's too nah. And I'm just thinking, you're so young. All you want to do is party.
Yeah, they think that's nerdy, which listen, World of Warcraft is pretty nerdy and it's very time consuming. It can be. Like it's I miss it though. Cavatano, Lindsay Lohan is pregnant with her first child. I'm very happy for her. She has turned her life around and she looks so happy. I just love her. Anyway, her Christmas movie is so cute. It's on Netflix. Watch it.
I still like Lindsay Lohan, even though she's what's the word for it? More plastic.
Yeah, but she doesn't look as bad as she could. Madonna.
No. Amanda Bynes.
And I'm happy for her. She seems very happy when her Christmas movie came out last year, her little like Lifetime kind of movie came out last year. She was doing the interview rounds and she seemed so happy. So stinking happy, and she's sober and she's doing great. So I hope that works for her and that she is I think she'll be good. So
yeah. Okay, so we got another clip here about delusional people.
Ask the ladies to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm
oh
a
Lord.
10. 10 out of 10. Bro.
She was
Like, a 10. I'm a 10.
You're 10?
A 10? I'd say like 8, maybe. I don't know. You guys are selling yourself short.
Yeah, I'd probably say like 9. I feel like I'm just like some average blonde. I don't know.
Wait,
Like,
9?
yeah. Well,
Average blonde, but you're a 9?
Like
like
9.
yeah. Well, all blondes are like really pretty. Like I think that like everybody would dye their hair blonde. I don't know. I just,
Bimbo moment.
like, for the summer. I don't know.
Ask the ladies to rate them.
Oh god.
I love that first girl, the heavier set one. Her foundation doesn't even match her neck.
Themselves on a
and
scale of
she's
1 to
Let me
10.
just get to
Look, it doesn't even match. And she's saying I'm a 10.
oh my god. And the way
was
she
like,
did her makeup, I don't know.
I don't know if I think they do their own, like they don't have
No, of course. Yeah. Well, you
Look,
know
we've all
Leanne
been there,
Starr,
okay.
right?
Huh?
Leanne Starr from like Simcast.
Oh, I love Leanne, yeah.
Yeah, they had asked her, but the whatever podcast won't like help accommodations fly because she would have done it maybe.
Yeah. It'll
But
have to be one of those things where like if she's in California for something, then she can reach out.
yeah. So I was like, we should definitely go on a road trip. I'd love to go on a podcast.
That would be
like this.
fun. Oh
It
man.
would.
I would love to be just in the background. I don't even need to be on camera. Just sit me in the
Yeah.
background so I can watch these ladies. Like,
But in any case, like a lot, he asks this question on I think every panel. And I mean, we've both scored ourselves. I don't think I'm a 10. I'm like,
heck no.
at this point, like a 6.5.
Yeah, I'm a 5. And if I lose the 20 pounds I've gained, then I will be a 6.
Yeah. When I get to my weight goal, I'll be more a 7.
Oh my God, she's 2 5s. Oh my Lord. Here's the thing. My other thing is that other girl is like, well, I'm just an average blonde, so I'm a 9. What?
That makes no sense.
That word does not mean what you think it means, lady. But here's the other thing too, is what cracks me up whenever he asks these questions, they rate themselves. And then there's usually, not in this case, but usually there's one girl that's like, well, like, are we just like rating looks or like, are we rating ourselves as a whole? And then Brian will clarify to be like, no, the 1 to 10 scale is based on looks alone. Like your personality doesn't count. That's not what the scale's for. And then the other girls will go, oh, well, in that case,
Yeah.
I'm like an 8.
So BB asks a good question. Why do you think women tend to rate themselves a 10? Because we live in a world where we build up women to accept body positivity and accept our looks. Now, I don't want to take away from that, but now it's almost too far because I think, you know, when you're a bigger girl, I had issues a lot of time with just even this beauty mark, you know. I hated my beauty mark, you know, because it was different from everyone. I wanted to be light-skinned, light-haired, you know, light eye-colored person. And I was like the only Asian in the school. And now I'd say it's celebrated more to accept that. but it's gone way too far. You know, we shouldn't build them up to delusion.
No, but we do though, right? Like if you go to any social media post, it doesn't matter what it is. The girl could literally be a 10 or she could be a 3. It doesn't any on the spectrum. All you see is comments of girls being like, "Yes, queen, slay! Like you're so gorgeous." Blah blah blah, blah, right? Because we've gotten to this point now over the last I don't even know how many years, but I think it's gotten worse over the last 10 years. It just is what we do. We can tell you, no, you don't look fat, and that you look great. Yes, queen, to slay it, slay. No, I should not be wearing certain things.
Yeah.
And please tell me, good Lord.
Key thing here. I remember, or another highlight I remember seeing. There was a girl who was heavier set, and she was wearing a skirt where her. I do know that, but I didn't know that when I was a kid. Internet was not as prevalent, but her what is it called when your belly kind of folds because it's so heavy and big? No, you can be fat, but your fat can be tight against your body, or you could have
I don't know
a flap of belly.
You're the medical person. You tell me.
I don't. Okay, here, gamer word. There we go. Okay,
Fupa.
so her not saying that.
Whoa.
Muffin top. It's worse than a muffin top because it folds over. Okay.
Apparently it's a fupa. Was that what it is? What does that mean?
I think so. I think so. I'll Google it. So this girl is wearing a mini skirt and her tummy is hanging out from under her mini skirt.
Oh no. Oh no.
Right? For the visual. Today, girls, I'm sure people would be like, yes, you look amazing. All that stuff. Things like this. And why?
No.
Why? I don't think that's proper.
No, it's not. It's not proper. My Lord. Listen.
Oh, here.
Dress for your body. Oh my Lord, jeepers. Oh, P is okay. I got it. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Got it now. Thank you, CJ. He's just like, oh my God, you guys are stupid.
Yeah. The belly was, and I feel like if Lizzo did that, because Lizzo is the prime, like, person to be able to do all these things, wear whatever she wants. I know. I'm not saying don't do it. I just don't love seeing it, and that's fine.
Here's the thing. People get mad at us because we talk about how Lizzo dresses and like she doesn't dress for her body type and she looks like a sloot and like whatever. But no, we didn't say that about Adele. Now Adele is not nowhere near as big as Lizzo, but she used to be a bigger girl. She was a heavier set woman. She dressed for her body type. She wore these beautiful gowns that hugged her curves in the right way. She wore clothes that fit her right. She dressed correctly for her body type. I try and dress correctly for my body type. You know, that's why we didn't make fun of Adele, who was heavier set, or Rebel Wilson for the most part. She dressed pretty normal. You know, it's Lizzo is just, I'm worried. Lizzo, please. Like,
yeah.
I worry about you.
Yeah. But I think she's on a diet. So, I mean, maybe she's lost weight or whatnot.
Maybe.
And yeah, and that's the thing. Why are we skinny shaming people for being healthier?
Yeah.
Like, that's backwards. We're literally. Oh.
Are you catching up?
Hi, JH. Why?
Well, yeah, and so did Adele. But before that, my point is, before that, when Rebel Wilson and Adele, those are the two that come to mind recently. When they were bigger, they dressed for their body type for the most part, right? They didn't show up to the Oscars or show up on stage in a thong with nothing under it. You know what I mean? Like, even if they were wearing Spanx, which another chatter talked about, even if they had Spanx, like that hugs everything in, and then they can wear, you know what I mean? That just makes you look slimmer. That's all that does.
Yeah.
Spanx don't bother me.
It smooths things out.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. It doesn't make you skinnier. It smooths things out.
Yeah. So instead of having lumpy lumps, which happens,
I don't think that's a bad thing for women to wear Spanx. I've worn Spanx. I try not to wear Spanx. It's not fun, but
they're not
you know,
comfortable. So kudos to these ladies who do wear them, like especially during the award shows and stuff where you're standing for a long time, then you gotta sit. Like, no.
Yeah. So this is something I feel like they would say. Adele
I remember-
literally perpetuated violence by
People
losing
said
weight.
that. Oh my
Like,
God.
It's so backwards. If she wants to lose the weight, if we're in this whole like body positive society, we should be celebrating the fact that she wants to be skinnier, not shaming her for it. And like, I don't get it. I'm betting the women who are saying these things about Adele losing weight are overweight themselves. It's not the skinny people. It's the obese people, because now they don't have a hero or heroine to help their narrative in being fat, and being fat. Yes, we're talking about fat chicks. Yeah, see, there, frog finance. Fat women hate skinny women. Women hate women in general, especially when they're jealous. If there's anything you need to know, a reason a woman doesn't like another woman, especially off the bat, is because they are jealous of them. And I've seen it in MILF Manor. I've seen it in The Bachelor. I've seen it in all reality television. I've seen it in real life. So insecurities used to be internalized. Now it's weaponized. Yes. Oh my gosh. That is a good line. Thank you, Discount Dracula. It's very very good. Very beautiful line. So
have you guys seen, speaking of, well, I guess we should probably wait and save this for the next time because now we're getting over an hour, but have you guys seen the hate that trad wife is getting? That ST girl, the blonde.
the cute blonde hair. Do you want to find a video? Send it to me and I can show you.
Please. Well, I'll just go to her. She responded. This guy, hold on, wait until y'all see.
Here, if you want, I'll read a super chat.
Yeah.
We had J.H. Schwalbuck again for 2222. Okay, check this out. If you put up when he does his interview, house cleaning is cheap, 7 hours to Vegas. Oh, is this the firefighter thing that you were mentioning? Okay, so firefighter salary in Merced, California, $78K. That is insane.
I think average it's about 60 to 65, but of course it goes up like the longer you're there. It's just like any government job, the longer you're vested, blah, blah, blah. There's firefighter 1, firefighter 2, blah, blah, blah. I just picked the.
Yeah, they say the lowest is 54K, highest is 112K.
So I went in the middle-ish.
Okay. You got the acute, or do you want me to share it?
No, I haven't. Hold on.
Cool.
Okay, so she posted this today. So I followed her immediately on Twitter. For those of you, or on TikTok, and for those of you who haven't seen her, the girl on the left, her name is St. It's spelled St, but I think it's pronounced Estee, maybe, if that's even her real name. I don't know. Anyway, she's a quote unquote trad wife. She looks like Marilyn Monroe, like the curves, the boobs, all of it. She's cute as crap. She went viral on Twitter a few days ago, maybe last week, tops, for a video that she posted that said, like, while the modern world is rejecting, whatever, she's like, I'm going to embrace traditionality and all this stuff. And it was a clip of her, like a bunch of clips of her baking her own food, cooking, putting on makeup to look nice for her husband. Bye, John. All of this stuff. So anyway, it caused a lot of controversy and bitches be mad. Anywho, this is the most recent bitch that's mad. It's a boy, as you can see. And anyway.
He wishes he had her as a wife. I can already tell.
Yeah. Hold on. I forgot to share sound. Hang on.
He wants that trad wife life.
He does. Oh yeah, share tab audio. Okay, there we go. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Wait until you see what he says. I can't. Like, my mind was like, "Are you kidding me?"
There is a lot of direct eye contact. There's that sugary, sweet ASMR voice. Her hands are very active and they are very prominent. Yes, this is fetish content.
So forget her response for a second. Her hands are active and she's making eye contact, and that is his opinion. A fetish.
Now, that's communication for one.
Right? Like, I was told when you talk to somebody, you give eye contact. The whole like looking around and doing this is not like
rude.
Focus. First of all, of course her hands are active. She's cooking.
It's also the thing I don't like about putting a blank statement on a little video on her personally is this is 60 seconds of her life.
Mm-hmm.
It's not who she is in real life.
Yeah, and now she's come and she has come out and be like, no, 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 like what you see, like, yeah, it's staged because she's filming videos, you know, for cooking like recipes, whatever. But that is what she does on a daily basis. She flat out was like, no, 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 I actually do these things on a daily basis. Sometimes I film it, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So this is her response.
So now we are fetishizing traditional wives. Or maybe that was just directed to me. I don't know. Because of what? Because of the way I look? Because I cook and clean for my husband? Or is it because in a healthy, biblical manner, I submit to and serve my husband? Could that be it? No, it's not that. Let's go back to the first one. A pretty girl making pumpkin bread who loves to serve her husband. Wow. Perhaps it's the fact that men are naturally drawn to very feminine, warm, nurturing women who do believe in traditional gender roles.
There is a lot of direct eye.
So I went to his page because I was like, there ain't no way. Like, so I went, so she didn't stitch his video. She just tagged him in the comments, and I went to his page.
What?
He's a soy boy.
No.
Wait, I'm gonna click it. Wait.
No.
Oh, it's not gonna show up. Oh, bad. Anyway.
Sure. You find it first.
Pause. Shh. Professor Neil is his handle. I don't know why it's not coming up, but I went on it earlier, and he is, first of all, he's always wearing, now listen, as a nerd, I get it, but he's like in this response, he's wearing like a Spider-Man shirt. In other, he like breaks down Marvel. He talks about sexism. He talks about how Wolverine needs to be a person of color, like all this stuff. So you're like, okay, that makes sense. But this poor girl, like this video that she did last week, I think a bunch of people shared it. You guys can go follow her if you want. I recommend it. But she shared this video, and there are women that responded to her that were like, tell me you're in an abusive relationship without telling me that you're in an abusive relationship. And I'm like, why is that an abusive relationship? I'm so confused. These women are so wonky. I don't understand.
I think that they feel the need to want to bash these types of women because it makes them feel better about themselves and the choices they have made to bring them where they are, which is not all the time alone, but mostly alone or in a relationship they're not happy with.
Okay, here we go. So this is his profile. Motion, cargo shorts are not and have never been cool. The Last of Us picked a side and it's not Joel. Words that don't feel real. Pronunciation rules aren't.
Oh my God. Can you play the High Heels?
Wait, where?
A short story of High Heels.
Oh, okay.
This is a fantastic excuse to talk about both the history of high heel
He's wearing yet another nerd shirt. Anyway.
shoes and how things become devalued as they become increasingly feminized. And I am going to take that opportunity to talk about both. So the original high heel found throughout the classical Mediterranean world is really more like today's platform shoe. And it appeared to perform two different functions. For one, it indicated social class. Those who were rich and powerful literally stood above and could look down on the poor. And two, it kept your feet clean when you were walking through streets that were literally covered in mud and shit. Now, the first shoes with a specifically high heel appear to come from the Persian cavalry. And they wore them then for the same reason that a lot of cowboys and cowgirls wear them now. The heel could hook on stirrup. And so this high heel was adopted by European aristocrats about 400 years ago. Not that they were necessarily wearing them because of their utility, because as quickly as that specifically high heel was adopted, it was married.
I thought this was going to be more interesting.
Me too. I mean, thank you for the history lesson.
The heel.
But anyway, he like calling out problems is the real problem. And then he talks about like men are the problem, toxic masculinity versus vice signaling, whatever that means. I don't even know. My favorite is the manosphere is an Ouroboros. Why Captain America Civil War is my least favorite MC.
Oh my God.
Like, what?
Scroll down. Hogwarts Legacy. He doesn't like it. We already know.
I may be right. I may be wrong.
Comments like this, they need to stop. And I'm not singling this commenter out. I've seen dozens of comments like this. I've seen probably dozens of videos making this exact same claim. And it is wrong. It is both wrong on the facts and morally wrong. Let me explain why. So on the facts, it is untrue that all press is good press. If it were true, Armie Hammer would not have been sidelined during the press and promotion for Death on the Nile.
Wait 1 second, Tugs.
Warner
Wait 1
Brothers
second.
wouldn't keep on delaying and deferring the release of the Flash movie, and negative word of mouth wouldn't be sinking Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. If bad press was good business, the developer of the game wouldn't have felt pressure to add a trans character to Hogwarts Legacy. It's also wrong on the facts because it's an unfalsifiable claim. We can't know whether the boycott helped sales because we don't have access to a world in which the boycott never occurred. This is a game attached to a massively popular franchise that is being pushed by a massive multinational media corporation. It was going to be a huge hit no matter what.
We can
How
agree
the
on that.
boycott plays into that, we honestly can't know. But then there is that moral problem with making this claim too, because it is hugely problematic to tell trans people and their allies that this is their fault. That is a textbook conservative backlash politics move. Maybe if you had just shut up, maybe if you had just gone and stood over there and you were a little quieter about it, you wouldn't be getting so much hate. That is some victim blaming 101 bullshit right there. Put the blame where it belongs, at the feet of the transphobes who decided to choose this cause as their opportunity to vice signal and let everyone know that they are terrible pieces of shit.
No one said that they
So
were
this-
terrible pieces of crap.
So this
Wow.
is the guy that's going after her. He picks on Jordan Peterson at one point. Like
Wow.
the minute I started scrolling through his page, I was like, oh, okay.
You already know the type of people based on. I bet you. Does he have pronouns in his bio?
Oh, you know, I didn't even check. Hang on, let me mute it
But
again.
now that we know that pronouns on bio for some people is a red flag, I feel like he probably does.
No, well, at least not on TikTok. It says he's an English professor in California. Superheroes, nerd stuff, masculinity, and politics. I don't have a Twitter link or anything, so it doesn't look like he's got that.
I see.
Mhm.
It's very interesting, right? It's so
Anyway,
weird how
so
politics.
That girl is, and you can follow her. She's on Instagram. Same thing. STC Williams. She'll probably just pop up when you search her. But she has so much backlash. She even addressed it and was like, I'm not telling anybody this is how they should live. This is how I believe. Blah 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 blah. Like it was bad. It was bad. This poor girl.
Well,
it
and
doesn't
that's the
help that she
thing.
looks like Marilyn Monroe.
she doesn't tell people how to do and live their life, and I think a lot of people that we know in our sphere of the world, we don't tell people how to have your opinions. That all the time, people are always, you can have your opinions. You can like a show, you can like a movie, you can like this, you can like that. We have Lofty Pixels, who is likes shows that we don't like, but he's still in the sphere. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you go over there. You can't like this. You can't like that. You have to like this. You have to like that. It feels very totalitarian. I don't know.
Yeah, because like there are so many people that are in the comments, or not even just her videos, but in videos like that in general, that are like, girl, that's not smart, leaving your finances with a man, like blah blah blah, blah, because you have trust issues and whatever. But then they say like, oh, it's about choice. But then you get mad and throw a fit and report women who don't do your choice. Like, which is it? Why are you so mad? I don't understand. Lofty is, well, and that's saying something. We love Lofty.
We love Lofty. Shout out Lofty Pixels.
It just drives me bonkers. Like, oh, well, you can choose, but if you don't like what I like, you can't do it. And you're putting yourself in danger because you don't make money and you give your all to a man. That means you're in danger, and he's gonna leave and he's gonna divorce you, and like, whoa.
Yeah. The fact that she's with a man and she's happy in a relationship and she's quote, submitting, that's hurting other people.
Yeah.
How is that hurting other people?
Don't know.
I do not understand.
Bonkers. I don't get it. And he's cute. Like, he's a cutie patootie. He's an electrician, so he makes good money. I don't know where they're at, so he probably makes, like, depending where he's at, he might be average or above average, but
but she's happy where she is. Why is that so hard for people to understand and leave people alone for that reason?
Right. Look how cute this guy is. I don't know if I'm gonna try and zoom in for you guys, but
I don't think so.
No, he's so handsome. He's such a cutie patootie. Oh, he's private. Dang him. Of course.
I love how the picture is still of her.
Yes, right? The profile picture is of the two of them. Look how beautiful.
Aww. That's a nice dress. I like her dress.
Beautiful. I think she
See-
said something in another post that it was her mom's dress.
Oh, this is a prime example of you do not have to have the most sexiest dress to look sexy. And I mean
I love
slutty.
this woman in the
Slutty.
background. Can we just talk about her for a second? She's taking her shoes off.
She's this is the dancing portion when you give up on your heels and you take them off and you whatever.
Yeah, that's me. I've done that at every single wedding I've been to. Fun fact. Every single one. Yeah, that's me. Look, it's me. If I were blonde. Yeah. Look how cute. Stop. They're so cute. I love them. Anyway, so people are, long story short, bitches be crazy and they're mad.
The things she is doing is not going to end with with her getting left by him.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
And
Relationship.
Let's say it does because he's stupid. She's gonna get half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, she'll be
my
fine.
God. The woman in the back was Garrett in Vegas. Yes. Which, by the way, guys, Vegas, April 26th. Please come. Tugs and I will be there.
April 26th, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the next night, April 27th, is Chrissy Mayer show. Go to chrissymayer.com for tickets for that. And if it's popular enough, she will be doing 2 shows. And a lot of us, if not all of us, will be there for the meetup. So like a more relaxed meetup, okay?
We lost Max. Have you noticed that? He came in, dropped a bomb, and then left.
We didn't continue talking about boobs.
No, that's why. Even though now we have this trad wife on here who's got some, so I don't know where he went.
Yeah, Max,
I'm
boobs.
already there. That's true.
Boobs.
I live here, so I will be there.
Yeah. We got Ian for 10 British pounds. Wow, there's a word for everything these days. I think we're talking about the gunt or the oopa. And Sane Laps has become a member on the channel. Thank you for becoming a member of the Lush level. Anyways, say boobs 3 times to bring him back. Boobs.
Do you have to do like a spin like Beetlejuice?
Maybe. I'm not gonna be doing that. Sorry, guys. I had a wine glass, and it's the girl gets drunk easily nowadays.
Yeah, that's her mom's wedding dress. I just confirmed it.
That's very sweet. Very sweet. She must have done alterations though.
I mean, like maybe. Although she says it fit like a glove, so I genuinely don't know, but it's so pretty.
Well, good for her.
Right?
Good for her. I could not fit into my mother's wedding dress. She was a lot skinnier than me. Yeah. Do we want to watch one more video? I'm just trying to figure out.
You let me know. You're the tired one.
Anyway,
go follow S.D. Williams on Instagram.
Okay. Upon more delusional stuff. Is this the guy, Michael? I don't know his name.
No.
Okay.
That's not him.
OnlyFans girl triggered when he
that's the guy that said that he wouldn't date a
OnlyFans girl?
No, a male to female because that means he's gay.
Also, guys, uterus. You can't have babies.
Yeah. Chase.
Right?
That's Chase. Oh, that's Chase. Okay, yeah. He's the guy that tells Kiko, who came back for some reason, that he would not date or sleep with or be in a relationship or any of it with a trans man to like male to female because they're biological male, and that would mean that he's gay and he's not gay. And she got so mad.
I mean,
she like stormed off.
Okay, I will say this. It depends on the undercarriage. What are they working with down there? 1. Right?
Well, he's saying it does. He said it doesn't matter to him anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter because they're originally biologically human.
I would not date a female to male man because I want to have children with the person I'm with. Yes. I would be more ready to have a infertile man than a female to male.
That's what it was. Yeah.
They asked him if he would rather sleep with the most beautiful one on the planet or the oldest. He said oldest because he's not gay.
Yeah, it was the most beautiful trans woman on the planet or the oldest woman on the planet, and he picked the oldest because anyway, that's why everybody's mad at him. I mean, I don't want YouTube to take us down, but that's what happened.
That's his opinion. He's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah. That's
right. Why are we being so judgmental, y'all? Okay.
Baby cyborgs. I know. I don't know. We're waiting.
I'm drinking wine, so.
If
Not
any
today.
young women are watching, please do not model your lifestyle after her. Thank you very much.
And that's from the Christian man.
Yes, I'm looking out for you young ladies. If you
I'm
ever,
not judging
if
you.
you ever, that's fine. But if you ever want to get married, there's a lot of young girls out there who want to get married someday. If pictures of yourself doing sexual things are all over the internet, your husband and your kids will not appreciate that.
What are your kids gonna think of this?
I think
father's a
Northwest is doing
judgmental
just
asshole.
fine.
Northwest.
Yeah, she's living her life.
Kanye's.
Yeah, she's doing great with her mom.
I mean, given the option between a mom who has porn on the internet versus one who doesn't have porn on the internet, I would prefer if all of my friends couldn't see my mom fucking other dudes and sucking their dicks.
I still
No
consider
guy wants
myself a
that.
Christian. I still consider myself a Christian. I believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins, and I'm not a fucking judgmental person like you.
If
Oh
any,
my God.
Oh, this is the clip. Allegedly.
I don't know if this is. I think it's after this.
Oh.
I don't know if this one goes into that particular. I could be wrong.
I'll leave this up in case we want to rewatch any certain aspect of it. But
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say thank you. I'm a Christian and I believe that Jesus died for our sins. I mean, he did, and she's not wrong. However, that doesn't mean you just get to sin and it's fine. Like, that's not, listen. As somebody who used to believe this, I was so mad at my Christian friends growing up because we went to church as kids, but then got pulled. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I had a super religious friend and she was like, well, all you have to do is ask for forgiveness and you'll go to heaven. And I was so mad. I was like, bull crap. I would rather go to hell and party with all the cool people than spend 5 minutes in heaven with Hitler, because before he blew his own brains out, he said, I'm sorry. No. So I was pissed. And we used to fight about it all the time. Now that I'm older and I've actually read the Bible, nay, friends, that's not what it says. What it says is Jesus died for our sins and wiped everything slate clean. Yes, you are forgiven. Yes, you mess up, you apologize, and you repent and say, I'm so sorry, I did a bad thing. And Jesus goes, no, it's cool, man. I got you. However, if you keep doing that thing that you apologize for, that is no longer a forgiveness. That is a habit, and you are just sinning to sin. And that does
You
not
haven't learned.
That get you downstairs, right? So
You
by
haven't learned.
her say, oh, I'm a Christian, he died for my sins. Well, your sin was putting your body out there. Maybe you apologize for it, saying, you know what, Jesus, I'm so sorry, Lord, I'm a Christian. I know what I'm doing is wrong. I'm so sorry. I need the money, whatever. Okay, I'll never do it again. And then you don't do it again. Yes, your sin is forgiven. But if you still continue to do it, your sin is not forgiven. That's not how that works.
Dang. Dang.
Now
we got
listen,
a
I
Tubbs
can't judge her
rant.
because I used to think the same thing. I was so mad. I was like, no, I don't want to go to heaven and hang out with Mussolini and these terrible. No, F that. I'd rather go to hell. Oh my. Anyway, so that's totally misconstrued, but it doesn't mean anyway. That's yeah. Mm-hmm.
With each sin makes it harder to be truly remorseful and penitent. And now that's like the same sin, you know, if you're doing it again and again, have you really learned?
Yeah.
You haven't
and
learned
he
because
will. Now
you're doing
listen,
it.
don't misunderstand. He will forgive you every single time, but that does not guarantee. That doesn't mean you're going to heaven. That just means he forgives you. Says, listen, I forgive you, but you're still in timeout, buddy. That's when your kid breaks something and he cries and he goes, I'm sorry, mommy, I didn't mean it. And you go, it's okay, but you're still grounded, right? Same thing. Like you forgive them for doing the bad thing. You broke a vase, whatever it was, and painting on the walls, whatever, but they're still in timeout because they were bad. They acted bad. And that is your timeout. Really terrible one. I don't recommend it, but you know. Anywho, that's your Christian lecture today. Hi, I'm Melanie Mack.
Yeah. I think another thing with the whole religious aspect is if you're doing OnlyFans, you know, please tell me if I'm wrong, Christianity and a lot of religions in general, not just Christianity, put a lot of value on virginity. You know, you need to stay pure for your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as an OnlyFans girl, tell me how you're pure.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing. Now there's a story. Everybody knows Mary Magdalene. There's debates on whether or not she's the same person, but either way, there's the story of Mary Magdalene in the Bible that everybody knows. She was promiscuous, is a word we'll use, and she was forgiven and she became one of Jesus' disciples. There's debate on whether or not she was his wife, and it was a whole big thing. But he does forgive a woman for that kind of behavior, but she changes and she doesn't do it again. You know what I mean? So she is solidified, at least that we know of, you know, her quote unquote path to Da Vinci Code or to Da Vinci Code. Oh my God, I read your comment, baby. To heaven, kind of thing, right? Because she's repentant and she's truly remorseful and blah, 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 blah. That's different. I know I need my butter. I ate them all. I got to get a new one.
I need my
now,
butter.
As far as this being, listen, we all have different gods. We all have the same God. Some of it overlaps, some of it doesn't. One of us in the end is going to be right.
We just don't know who.
I think whether it's the Christian God, the Buddhist God, the Norse gods, I don't know. We'll find out when it's our time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I almost guarantee you, if we just think about everyone in the world, we've all sinned. 100% of us have all sinned. Okay, well, make it 99.9% of us have all sinned. There's a small 0.1. I would say the poor little babies who died young definitely deserve to go to heaven. Like, but if you're a grown adult, how many times have you sinned to get to that point? And you know, no one is perfect. I totally get that. But overall, if you want to live a very moral life, and this is more of the Buddhist aspect, you got to do good in the world. I don't think doing OnlyFans for your own personal gain, and depends on how you have other relationships, is necessarily good. And they brought up Kim Kardashian, right? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian does not want her kids to know about her porn.
No, even though it's everywhere.
Even though it's everywhere. She said in Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she did not want them to. So don't tell me that Northwest is growing up fine. She might be growing up fine because she does not know about it already.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Exactly. So. And also, original sin, forgiven. Also, he's dead.
Oh, well,
it's a whole big thing. Listen, I'm telling you, even if you don't believe, just sit down, read it beginning to end. I recommend the New American Standard Bible. It's in plain English instead of crazy English, and decide for yourselves. Do your thing. Do your thing. Good night, Corey.
Good night. What else was there that was like?
I know, right? Wild. Northwest is doing great. I don't think Northwest is doing great. Her dad's a little crazy.
And her mom has that. I think she's smartened up. And this is where Kim is a very business savvy woman. She's been through stuff. She's been through stuff. She understands what life is like. And so she's built an empire for her family. She is literally the definition of boss babe.
Yeah.
Whether she's happy or not, we'd have to ask her. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, she's got, I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know if it's worth it for what she got famous for.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God, Paul. She's run through some stuff.
Listen, that's one of my favorite Parks and Recreation jokes. Bloopers, Chris Pratt. Google it. Chris Pratt, Parks and Rec, Kim Kardashian joke. I can't play it on here because YouTube will have a fit probably, but you're welcome.
Yeah. Also, when she was like, why are you judging me? I don't judge you. I think this blanket statement, generalization of all OnlyFans, it's not just you he's judging.
Yeah, no, it's not just you specifically.
Yeah.
I believe he does say women like this. You don't use women. I could be wrong. But don't use women like this as your role model, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. But in any case.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, like my crazy English. I can't read it. I full on disclosure. The King James version. I can read Shakespeare, cannot read. Don't ask me. I don't know why.
The Bible calls for judging of improper behavior and the rebuking. Interesting. Didn't know that. Did not know that.
Hi, good morning.
In any case, I am exhausted. I've been on night shifts. I'm shifting my sleep schedule. So we're going to have a bit of a shorter show.
It's still an hour and a half, but it's shorter.
I mean, shorter in a half an hour. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was actually a really fun conversation. I enjoyed just different perspectives of different women, including our own. And thank you, chat. Tugs, do you have anything coming up or you want to share?
I do, actually. April 3rd, charity stream. Final My last one, my last charity stream is April 3rd. We're going to be raising money once again, final time for Games for Love. I'm going to be playing Hogwarts Legacy. I want the charity stream to be Harry Potter themed. So we're going to have every flavor beans. I'm going to be wearing a Harry Potter t-shirt. Join my Discord. Hokies should have the link. Join my Discord. There's a channel there for charity stream ideas. Come up with some ideas for incentives for us to raise more money than normal. I want to try and go out with a bang if we can.
Ooh, guys.
My last
this
one.
is not a gentle bang.
Last one. I want to try and go out with a bang. Of course,
big bang.
as always. I love hanging out with you guys, but
you're a wizard, Tugs.
Yeah, I have a Harry Potter shirt that I've had for like 15 years now that I'm going to be wearing. I'm going to make an alcoholic butter beer. It's going to have Fireball in it. It's going to be great. That's going to be one of the incentives. What else? I don't know. But I got the Birdie Bots, which we did my very first charity stream. For those of you who were there, it was like every $50 donated. I had to eat every flavored bean, and I about died. So it'll be fun.
No.
Yeah. So that's
okay. Awesome. I'm excited. I love your charity streams. I hated that they were on Friday for the most part because I couldn't really join in.
This one will be on a Monday.
So it'll be easier.
It'll be easier. It will be a Monday. I'm sorry for those of you who work. My schedule has changed. I now have Mondays off. And April 3rd originally was supposed to be the release date for Xbox One for Hogwarts Legacy. As we all know, they've delayed it. So rude. But we're going to play it anyway. So.
Andrew Matthews, member message for 7 months. Can we see cutie you made, X-Ray? Look, it's Cutie. Hashtag justice for Cutie. If you guys did not see our It Takes Two streams, Tugs had a very emotional reaction when we ripped the arms off of Cutie, the elephant stuffed animal, and it was a shock to me, a shock to her. And so this is supposed to represent Cutie. I crocheted him. He's a wooble. And Tugs is gonna get this when I go to Vegas. So
and he's gonna sit right there.
Yeah,
there you go. I'm gonna put her right here.
Yeah, I mean, the nose looks a little phallic, but that's okay. Why is it called trunk? For a reason, I think, right?
I think she's cute.
Oh my God, just Count Dracula. Az called this a mouse with a penis in his mouth.
I'm gonna put, like, listen, they don't make actual cuties. I looked. They don't have any actual cuties.
So yeah, Tugs is gonna get one. I did.
And as you guys know, my Udi has elephants on it too. Somebody commented that the other day. They're like, "Oh, look at your cutie Udi," and I was like, "Oh, it is my cutie Udi."
That's cute. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Andrew, as well for that member message. I have Locals Rumble, YouTube. You can find me over there. I'm playing Conan Exile, I think in the morning tomorrow before D&D. Conan Exile, the game. Yeah. Apparently, I don't know. Az was playing it, and then I joined, and then apparently Shad has played, what did he say, 4,000 hours in that game?
Jeez.
We calculated it's half a year, almost.
That sounds like me and Witcher. I should look and see how many hours I've played that game. Good grief.
Oh my God, everyone's making fun of Cutie now with its pee-pee trunk.
You wouldn't make fun of her if you knew what happened to her.
Yeah. Az is still playing. What the heck? That man is
Right now?
16 hours right now, I think, at this point.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then D&D tomorrow on the Geeks and Gamers tabletop channel at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. And then, yeah. I'm sure there's a bunch of things I'm missing, but yeah.
Listen,
Az might still be playing tomorrow.
Okay, I have a link tree. Just go there. It's on my Twitter.
Yeah. We all have link trees. Too many things to
too many links. Good Lord.
But yeah, you guys have been amazing. Thank you guys for hanging out, the super chats, the mods, and I hope you guys have a very good evening, and I can't wait to see you next week. We have a special guest.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Max Von Priestley. We'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.